Good morning, welcome to Herbie's Garage. Today I'm going to be starting on my Goldwing. This is a 1997 Honda GL1500 and I'm going to be doing the timing belt replacement job. And for this morning I'm just going to be taking the plastics off. Once I get the plastics off, I'll probably stop the video and then restart it once I'm ready to start taking the timing belt and things off. So for full disclosure, this is my first time. I've never even taken most of these plastics off, any of the plastics except for the front piece to change the oil. So you can watch me struggle, but I'm gonna film it all. So okay, let's get started. I'll move you in. I'm just gonna go ahead and start up here on top while I'm here. Take this piece off. This just pops off. Put it aside. And then this piece I think pops out. Oh, it's got a little tab that goes in there, okay. Got a little tab that tucks in there. Alright. The other side. There we go. Okay, so that up there is done. Now we'll come down here. I'm not even sure what all tools I'll need. Let's see. I think this pops out. Let's see this other side. Pops out as well. Lifts out. I did watch a YouTube video of Delroy's Garage. I watched his, and I went on Goldwing Docs and looked at his procedure, or whoever's procedure. I'm not saying it's Goldwing. I mean, I'm not saying it's Delroy's Garage things, but it could be anybody's. Let's see. I'll get the screw on the other side. Those two screws are out. Then there's one in the middle. think that's all the screws, it's just 3. I'm not really sure, I can't remember how this pops out. There we go. When I changed the oil in this for the first time, this came out in 2 pieces. I did a plastic weld on it, welded it together. Looks like it's holding up pretty decent. Okay. Alright, so that plastic's off. So I think we can take this down. Oh, well, that little tab on the front broke. Okay, then I gotta take off my new chrome trim that I put on. Yeah, I figures it'd be on there tight, so let me get a pair of pliers. Let's see. Screws. And the spacers that are behind them. Okay, set that aside. The chrome caps. Okay, and there's a screw back here behind that little cover. Oh shoot, I wasn't supposed to take that off yet, was I? Well, we'll see how that does. Supposed to pull out. I think this comes down. And out. Okay. Whew. I got ahead of myself. I got this loose. I wasn't supposed to have that loose yet. Okay. Little side piece there. And then this is supposed to just come out. You know? It's just for reflection. It doesn't have a light in it. Huh. I never even noticed that. Okay. Okay. Now I guess these panels just gonna pop off. Okay, set this aside. All right, let's go to the other side. Take these panels off first. Boy, I guess that's good that it's on there so tight. It'll fall off going down the road. Okay. Alright, well, now, see if we'll get this one in the right order. Right there. Let's see how this one does. It's got a little bit more of the tab on it, but the end of it's broke. So, somebody's been in here before. Well, being a 1997, that's understandable. Take that screw out. This is supposed to pull out, whoop, about an inch, and it's supposed to drop down, but boy, it just fell right out. Okay. Just set this aside. All right, let's get the pliers ready again. Get their caps on. Okay. Three screws loose. Dropping stuff everywhere. Okay. What did I drop? Oh, I dropped the spacer. I had a washer in the back. Got that back on there. We'll put that aside. Okay. Get the chrome caps. Put them over there. Okay. Now this should just look right on. There we go. Now what's it look like? Looks like about a 12. Bingo. Okay, looks like there's only 3 bolts holding it. There we go. Let me get that out of the way. And the rubber and the shifter, the bolt. 1, 2, 3. Like the spark plugs right there, easy to access. So let's take the crash bar / highway board off of the other side, just because we can. Makes it easier. It's only 3 bolts. I don't know if it's going to be in our way or not, but I just didn't have the extra space, this being my first time. Okay. Same thing on this side. I have to pull that rubber boot, that rubber flap off of it. Looks like it's just got little tabs that poke in the hole. You can see that. Easier. Grab that bolt. Okay, there's one. That's long. I don't know what that goes through. The bar goes over and across. Okay. And we'll get one more at the top. There we go. Put this long bolt back in down here at the bottom so I know where it went. Okey-dokey. Oh, those are easy to get to. Rubber flap, put that over there with that. Okay. Take this horn off. And get him out of the way. I think I'm just going to leave that attached. Just set it up here somewhere. Nice little pocket right there. There we go. Okay. Well, I think that will have to come out because that. Okay. Now I have to take this little plate at the bottom off because it's covering the drain bolt. I don't know if you can see that or not. I have a belly pan on it. This looks like a belly pan extension. It's got 3 screws in it. The drain for the coolant is right there. So I think that's all I have to take off from there. Make sure the hose is in good shape. Now would be the time to change it if I'm going to. Let me get this thing out of the way. pressure wire. Take this rubber boot off. Maybe. It has been off in a while. Looks like. It's got a Phillips in it. Where's my Phillips screwdriver over here? Well, let's see if that's an 8 on here. Looks like it might be a 7. It's definitely smaller. Let's try a 7. Yep, it's a 7. Got the dropsies today. The bolt right down in this pin. Put it back in there. So I don't lose it. It's a small bolt. Okay. I'm gonna move this wire up here out of the way somewhere. Wedge it in. Won't fall down on us. Up there. All the bugs that were stuck in the grill up there is falling on me. Okay. And looks like we got water pump hoses there and there. We gotta take off. And we got this Y pipe we gotta take off. What that goes to, but that's not going to come off. I don't see a connector anywhere easy to get to, so that one will have to stay on. I'll just have to slide that out. Okay. Take the horn off the other side. Might as well put that bolt back into it. I know where it goes. This one too. Alright. So it looks like my next step is going to be drain the coolant. Okay. I'm going to take our spark plug out. So take the wires off. Yeah, looks like I'm going to have to blow those holes out. I don't have the air compressor there yet. So you guys are going to have to listen to a little bit of noise. Got some dust and bugs down in there. So let's go ahead and take these spark plugs out and see what they look like. It's always kind of like an adventure. You never know what you're going to find. It's your first time. A lot of times, especially when you're working on these older bikes with the plastics, adventure's not real pleasurable because a lot of the parts are broken on it. Huh, that looks pretty good. NGK resistor plug. These aren't very tight. And my bike is stone cold, by the way. I haven't rode it in a few days. Actually, it's been about a week. And that one looks good too. Not burning oil, that's good. But you know, one thing I have found with this bike, if I park it on its side stand, it'll smoke first thing in the morning when I start it up. If I park it on the center stand, I never have that problem. So I'm suspecting I might have a seal one bad on the other side. Valve seal. That one looks pretty good too. Yeah. Well, that's a good sign. They're all three the same plugs. Get something to stick in the holes. I guess I could just put these back in there. Where'd the other one go? Oh, that was the other one. Okay, put that there, that there. I think that'll cover them holes better than anything. Okay, now let's go to the other side. Guess I should have given you light on the other side, but I think there's a little more light over there than there is on this side. Okay. All right. Remove these three. Boy, plug's not tight at all. Looks pretty good. That one wasn't tight either. Looks like they're burning pretty clean. I think what happens sometimes when people put these plugs in is it hits that crush washer and gives them a little resistance and they stop and don't seat it all the way. Yep, looks good too. I'll put these caps back in the hole. There we go. Put our horn. Our nothing there. Alright. So now we're at the point where I need to drain the coolant. Okay. So let's get I think that's a 10 millimeter. Try to get out of your way. Well, I guess it would help if I loosen the radiator cap. Let me do that. It'll suck you off too. Looks like the green variety. Well, I guess I need to take these hoses off before I take the big one. Usually those are like 7 millimeter. So let me get the 7 millimeter ready. And a pair of pliers. Yes, I don't know if you can see, I'm probably right in your way. Okay, I'll do my best to stay out of the way and still be able to do this. That one off. Try to pull that out of there. Okay. Pull back and then break this loose. Maybe. Well, let me get the appropriate tool for that. pretty good. Okay. Now, these hoses, I think I'm just going to try to stuff them up in there somewhere. Hopefully they'll stay. Probably won't, but well, I'll just lay them up there. Won't stay up there either. There we go. Put it over the top of the brake hose. Same with this wire. There we go. All right. So now we need a 7mm. Take that hose clamp loose. Take this hose clamp loose. And then, oh boy, that one's way up in there. I'm gonna have to get it on the other side where I can see it. I like to make sure these are plenty loose. I don't have to fight it. Okay, I'd say that one's plenty loose. Okay, let's slide this down. Slide this one down. And then this should twist enough to break it loose. Don't want to lose the clamp. Coolant bucket. Okay. Alright, we'll put this hose aside. Now I do have a whole mess of these 10mm copper washers. I hope, but I don't know though. I think those, no, I have 10mm washer. That's not a 10mm washer. That's a smaller one. I'm gonna have to get a new one. But for now, I'm just gonna put this back in because I think it doesn't, I don't have to worry about the drips because a little bit that's in there is not going to hurt anything. I got enough out to take those hoses off. That's all I was trying to accomplish. And I'm just going to snug it up so I don't have to deal with any kind of little drips out of it. Just don't let me forget to put a new washer in that, okay? Oop, that's a 9. Alright. Now, I think all I got left is this hose. I think it's just supposed to come out like that. Alright. Let me get this coolant bucket out of the way. Alright. Pull this hose out of the way. Snug little fit. Okay. Well, I think we're as far as we're going to go as far as tearing it apart, except for the timing belt covers. So, go ahead and start peeling that off. Let's see, can you see in there? Okay. This is the most exciting part because you don't know what you're going to run into. You don't know if those belts are ready to come off, ready to be shredded. You just don't know. It could be looking, they could be brand new. Who knows? I don't know anything about it. Well, let's do this the easy way. Make sure these bolts are all the same length. That's not. So, second one, third one on the bottom is longer. Okay, I'm gonna have to take these out in order. I should put them back right. Those two on the top are the same length. This one was the same length. And that one's the same length. It's only got one. Wow. Yeah, that belt looks like it might be old. Unless it's just dust. Okay, so I'm gonna put these bolts back in where they go on this little cover. Somebody's been in here, it's got some marks on it. Put that aside. Okay, I got those two out, so I'm really gonna get these two. I'm gonna have to do this one by hand. So, the two top ones are short and the two bottom ones are long so far. And the long ones are the same length. Okay, and that's a short one. So we got long, long, short on the bottom, and two short so far on top. Okay, and that looks like a long one. It might be longer than the others. No. So we got two shorts and then a long on the top. Okay, let me go to the other side. Alright, so the next bolt comes out. So we've only got those two bolts on here left. That's a short one. And that's a short one. I guess I have to take this cover off for it to slide out. I think I'll take it out while it's out. That would be easier to slide back in whenever I do. But I'm going to put the right bolts in the right spot, so I don't get that mixed up. So it's going to be short, short, long, short, short, long, long, short. Okay. Set that aside. Okie dokie. Yeah, it's a little loose, I'd say. Okay. Well, let's line up our timing marks. be a 17. Let's see what that says, 17. Alright. I gotta go find my ratchet. It's over here. Okay, so we have to go counterclockwise, which is loosening it. And this is the crankshaft bolt. So let me see here. TF has to line up. Look like we're getting pretty close. So I'm gonna line this up over here. And then look at that over there. Looks like it's right on there. The word up is up. Okay. Yeah, that one looks pretty close to being there too. Turn this wheel. Get my head a little bit. Yeah, it looks like it's on. That's a T. It's number 2. TF. Or 1.2. There's a blue mark by it, so if I remember right, that was the right one, is 1.2. But before I proceed, I'm gonna shut the camera off for a little bit, and I'm gonna go check my book. Make sure that it's the 1.2. I know it's got a blue mark there, and it's got a blue mark close to this arrow, which I'm pretty sure is right. If I remember, I think it was 1.2, but I don't know for 100%, and I want to make sure 100%. I've got new springs for the adjusters. Got new adjusters. Feels like these adjusters are still good. But with 67,000 miles on it, I'm not going to put a new belt on with old adjusters. I just can't do that. I like to do things as much right as I possibly can, because if not, it'll come back and bite you. All right. So let me get my head in here real good and straight. But this is down just a tad. Oh, it has to come this way just a tad. Right there. Okay, that looks like that's dead on now. That looks dead on. And let me see what this looks like. Yeah, it looks like it's off just a touch. It's pretty close to dead on. I mean, it's at the bottom of the notch instead of the center. It's that close. So one tooth is going to make it move a lot more than that, so it's right. Okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna shut you off for now. And once I find out the information I need to know, I'm gonna start you back up and we'll finish this job. Get back with you.